10 characters who surpassed Goku. At one point, there were multiple moments in Dragon Ball where Goku simply wasn't the strongest anymore. Not for a second, not by a small margin, but for entire stretches of the story, where someone else clearly stood above him. And what makes this even more interesting is that these moments weren't failures, they were necessary. Because every time Goku gets surpassed, the series evolves, the power ceiling rises, the stakes get higher, and Goku is forced to become something new. So today, we're breaking down 10 characters who surpassed Goku at one point, and why each moment mattered more than you think. 1. Vegeta. At the start of the Android saga, Vegeta reaches Super Saiyan before the rest of the main cast, and this moment matters, because Goku isn't there. He's taken out by the heart virus, completely sidelined, while Vegeta steps in and dominates Android 19 with confidence. But what makes this moment even more important is the shift in mindset. For once, Vegeta isn't reacting to Goku, he's leading, he's the one setting the standard, and you can see it in how he carries himself. Calm, controlled, completely sure of his power. Even later, during the Buu saga, Majin Vegeta proves that gap never got too wide. He forces Goku into a serious fight, and Goku chooses not to use Super Saiyan 3, which tells you everything you need to know. Vegeta wasn't just close, at moments he was right there, pushing past Goku in a way that felt completely earned. 2. Gohan. Then we have Gohan, and this isn't just a case of surpassing Goku, it's one of the biggest power shifts in the entire series. During the Cell Saga, Goku does something he almost never does. He steps aside, not because he's tired, but because he knows Gohan is stronger, and when Gohan transforms into Super Saiyan 2, the difference becomes undeniable. He doesn't just match Cell, he dominates him, and what makes this even more impactful is how effortless it looks. Goku struggled, strategized, and pushed himself to the limit. Gohan steps in and ends it. Narratively, this moment proves something huge. Goku isn't the final ceiling. There are levels beyond him. 3. Frieza. When Frieza is introduced, he completely redefines what power looks like in Dragon Ball. Before Goku becomes a Super Saiyan, Frieza is untouchable. Even after Goku arrives on Namek and powers up, it's still not enough, and that's what makes this moment so important. For one of the first times, effort alone doesn't close the gap. Goku needs a transformation, something entirely new, and that's what Frieza forces out of him. But what makes Frieza unique is that he does it again. In Dragon Ball Super, with minimal training, he unlocks Golden Frieza, and once again, he temporarily surpasses Goku, which shows something important. The gap between Goku and his enemies is never permanent. 4. Hit during the universe. 6 tournament, Hit changes the way we think about strength. Because Hit doesn't overpower Goku, he outplays him. His time skip ability lets him control the flow of the fight completely. Goku can't react fast enough, can't predict the attacks, can't keep up with the rhythm, and for a large portion of that battle, Hit is clearly ahead. What makes this moment stand out is the contrast. Goku is constantly adapting, constantly adjusting, but Hit is always one step ahead, and that proves something important. Surpassing Goku isn't always about having more power. Sometimes, it's about having better control. 5. Jiren. Then comes Jiren, a character who doesn't just surpass Goku, he completely shuts him down. Even at his strongest, Super Saiyan Blue combined with Kaioken, Goku can't make a dent, and that's rare, because usually, Goku can at least compete. But here, he can't. And what makes this even more important is how effortless Jiren makes it look. He isn't struggling, he isn't pushing himself, he's just above Goku. And that forces Goku into something completely new, Ultra Instinct. So in a way, Jiren doesn't just surpass Goku, he becomes the reason Goku evolves again. 6. Broly in Dragon Ball. Broly represents pure, uncontrolled growth. At the start, he's not even on Goku's level, but as the fight continues, everything changes. Broly adapts in real time. Every attack makes him stronger, every exchange pushes him further, and before long, he surpasses Goku, then surpasses Vegeta, then surpasses both of them combined. And what makes this moment so dangerous is how fast it happens. There's no training arc, no preparation, just raw evolution in the middle of battle. And it reaches a point where fusion becomes the only option. Broly doesn't just surpass Goku, he outpaces him. 7. Beerus. From the moment he appears, Beerus exists on a completely different level. Even when Goku reaches Super Saiyan God, it's still not enough, and that's what makes Beerus different from everyone else on this list. Most characters surpass Goku temporarily. Beerus stays ahead. He represents a constant gap, a moving target that Goku keeps chasing but never fully reaches. And because of that, Beerus changes how we view progression in Dragon Ball. There's always another level. 8. Kefla. During the Tournament of Power, Kefla becomes one of the most overwhelming forces Goku faces. At this point, Goku is already exhausted. His stamina is low, his body is worn down, and Kefla takes full advantage of that. Her attacks are relentless. Her speed, her power, her aggression, it all overwhelms Goku, and for a moment he simply can't keep up. He's forced into Ultra Instinct again just to survive, which tells you everything. In that moment, Kefla had surpassed him. 9. Android 17 in Dragon Ball. Super Android 17 becomes one of the most surprising characters in the entire series, not because of raw power, because of consistency. His stamina, his control, and his strategy allow him to perform at a level that rivals Goku during the Tournament of Power. While Goku burns through energy with transformations, 17 remains steady, focused, efficient, and at key moments that makes him more effective than Goku himself, which shows something important. Power isn't everything. Sustainability matters too. 10. Cell. When Goku fights Perfect Cell, he gives everything he has. Every technique, every strategy, every ounce of power, and it's still not enough. Goku himself admits it. He can't win. Cell is stronger, and that moment is crucial, because it forces Goku to step aside and trust someone else. It leads directly to Gohan's rise, and proves that sometimes surpassing Goku is exactly what the story needs. Goku may be the face of Dragon Ball, but the story has never been about him always being the strongest. It's about growth, and every time someone surpasses him, the entire series levels up. So the real question is, who pushed Goku the furthest?